An intro. Thanks, Red. I will just say, Brett and Red do an amazing job and an amazing amount of legwork to make sure that stuff like this doesn't happen with an incredible lead time and around, this is the schedule, get your slides to us a week in advance. I delivered my slides about 20 hours ago, so mea culpa there. My name is Mike Saffitz. I'm the CTO at Apptentive. What are the odds that on a night focused around mobile tech that you'd have a bunch of companies talking about communication up here? Business used to be personal. Proprietors knew their customers, they listened to them, they had deep relationships with them. As we went global, we traded that for reach, right? We're at a point now where companies can reach everyone in the world, billions of people, but that personal relationship has been lost. Mobile has an opportunity to break down that trade-off, and we can throw out a bunch of those assumptions about what's possible doing business at scale and building personal relationships. As we talk to companies, large and small, as we talk to executives, one of the common things that we hear is that the most important thing is understanding the customer experience through the eyes of the customer and measuring that and managing that journey. And at Apptentive, we do that really, really well. We founded the company 5.5 years ago around a core set of hypotheses. The first is that every customer had a voice, and they wanted to share that voice with the companies they were doing business with. The second was that mobile was taking over the world. And we used to use this piece of stock photography to underscore that point. We don't have to use stock photography anymore. These are photos taken last fall up on Capitol Hill in Candler Anderson Park. It's the Pokemon Go craze, of course. Hopefully, there's no one in this room that has any qualms with the hypothesis of mobile taking over the world coming true. And finally, we felt that helping to explain what was going on was common, but providing insights into the why was insanely hard. And so I wanted to come tonight with a why question and show you how Apptentive can help answer it. And so for my why question for tonight, the most hotly anticipated app of the holiday season last year was Super Mario Run. And if you look at it a month later, it's at 3 stars in the App Store. Why is that? So one of the things that we do at Apptentive is help answer the why question around the feedback you're receiving through the App Store and in private communications. This is a set of topics that we help our customers get started with, things like stability of the app, the design and user experience. And so digging in here a little bit, one of the things that became really evident looking at Super Mario Run was there's a whole host of initial stability problems. You look at right out of the gate, thousands of people leaving reviews talking about things like crash. And if you look at the star distribution, all of those folks really, really displeased, an average of 1.4 stars for reviews that mentioned crash. That's game over. But there was more. Super Mario Run is $10. And so looking at it, people leaving reviews with keywords like cost, pay, free, worth. The average there is a little over 2 stars. And you can see sort of examples of the types of feedback that people are leaving and their concerns around this, the value they're receiving. And the last piece I was curious about from this why perspective, especially following on the heels of the incredibly successful Pokemon Go release, was how much of guilt by association was there, right? Different software publishers, but you have the Nintendo association. And so looking at the reviews for Super Mario Run, where people are discussing Pokemon Go, you see similar, below average ratings associated with those reviews, and disappointment. So a start in answering this question that a product manager might have of why am I getting the ratings and reviews that I am getting. Didn't want to be a complete Debbie Downer with Super Mario Run, and so the inverse question, what do people like in the app? And one of the things that stood out were people talking about graphics and the experience. Above average for the app at 3.1 ratings and a large number of 5-star. And it's also curious, as someone that grew up and remembers the original introduction of the NES and Super Mario Brothers, how much positive sentiment they're receiving from nostalgia. And you see people discussing nostalgia and console, again, slightly above average ratings with a significant number of 5-star reviews. People like this guy. So if you have an app, if you're Super Mario Run, we would like to talk to you. But if you have an app, large or small, what's your next step at this point? And it's all about engaging your fan base. And the most important thing as you think about doing this is thinking about engaging at the right time in the right place in the app. And this is where Apptentive helps. We help mobile app publishers engage their fan base through rich targeting and segmentation. And we do this by tracking the actions that consumers are taking within the app, recording those actions, and sending the message at the right time. Ultimately, companies have to start the conversation. We provide a lot of different ways to do that, whether it's intelligent prompts, native in-app surveys for structured feedback, unstructured feedback through direct feedback forms, or bi-directional conversations through our message center. We've done that across over 1 billion app installs, powering 120 million conversations. We've been fortunate to work with over 6,000 organizations, including the really wonderful companies up here. We're a team of about 30 here in Pioneer Square, and we're hiring across the company, and we would love to come and we would love to have you come and talk to us about these roles. So thank you so much. Questions? Yes, way in the back.
Do you support only native apps or reactive apps, or do you have a stack of each?
So today we have native SDKs for iOS and Android, and that's been our primary focus. If you have an app built on another technology, we'd love to talk to you and dig a little bit deeper there. Yes? So we are a SaaS-based as well, and so it's a subscription fee based primarily on the size of your audience. Yes?
Do they have to type in the word childhood to identify nostalgia, or does your system intelligently say, we read all the words, here are the things you need to care about that may be a surprise?
Both. So there's a functionality that allows for exploration. So the nostalgia was me exploring. We have a bit of product development going on around surfacing those topics automatically, and some of that's in place now, and some of that it will be coming over the coming months. That it's an area that we love talking to people that are interested in machine learning, natural language processing as well, because we're doing a lot of that on the team. Yeah. Yes, we'd love to talk to you about that. Yes. We are venture-backed. Yes. So we're fortunate we've got a great set of partners, a bunch here in Seattle, Founders Co-op, Google Ventures, as well as Origin Ventures out of Chicago. Yeah, way in the back. So it's two-part. We do a tremendous amount of content publishing. Hope that you'll check out our blog. We have a lot of materials, mobile marketing, product manager guides, as well as we have an outbound sales team as well. Red will go into extraordinary depth with sharing that with you.
One more question?
So the question is, mobile's taking over the world, but the app stores themselves are not evergreen. And so how does that, if I heard the last part, sort of, how does that evolution of the app store and some of the staleness in the app store affect our model? You know, the number of apps in the app store continues to grow. The importance of standing out in the app store and being differentiated is more important than ever. And so one of the areas that we really focus on is helping our customers understand the end consumer really well so that they can build the best possible experience so that they can be differentiated and they can stand out. So I think if anything, the role of the App Store and sort of the staleness there makes it more important than ever to really be focusing on your customer experience within your app.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thanks so much.